Hey, welcome back. So we're here to discuss We Have a Ghost, which is number one on Netflix right now. Just premiered a few days ago. If you haven't seen the trailer, don't know what I'm talking about, and you just happen to run across my channel, it's about this black family who moves into this house and is haunted by a ghost, one ghost. For some reason, I thought it was going to be like a family ghost, but it's one ghost and everything. So I'm gonna try to go through this without disclosing too many spoilers, just in case you haven't seen it. Okay, so I guess we will call him the main character, who's Kevin. He also played in Charm City Kings, if you've seen that. Charm City Kings, he was in Queen and Slim for a few seconds and everything. He's a kid on the come up, young dude, coming up in these movies. I'm always so happy to see young actors, especially young black actors, becoming like the new generation of entertainers. So anyway, in this movie, he plays kind of like an awkward kid. He's not really close with his dad, his brother. He's kind of just doing his own thing. So basically, he's the one that encounters the ghost, all right? The ghost, played by Hopper from Stranger Things. He's pretty good too. He's a good actor. I didn't watch this trailer before I saw the movie. I was just clicking through Netflix and saw that it was premiering, so I decided to watch it. So from what I can remember, I've only seen him, and I'm gonna call him Hopper because I don't feel like looking up his real name right now, but I've seen him in, of course, Stranger Things first, and in this. So in this, he doesn't have any lines. He plays a spirit that is trapped in the house. He doesn't have any recollection of his past. He doesn't know how he got there or anything like that. So after he's discovered, which was by accident, the little boy's father, Kevin's father, played by Anthony Mackie. I know you've seen Anthony Mackie, Black Mirror, Sucker Free City, way back in the day. That was the first thing I seen him in. Sucker Free City, 2003. Check it out. That was an awesome film. I believe he played Captain America. I'm not really into the Marvel stuff or DC. I don't even know which one that is. But yeah. Anyway, so he's the dad. He has like this get rich quick scheme type of mentality. So he's like, oh, we can, charge people to come here. They can see the ghost. So it just totally blows totally out of proportion. Like it ends up getting to the point where they're gone viral. There's people standing outside the house. One thing I will say about this is I wished that Kevin, the son that found him, and Hopper's ghost name is Ernest, right? As of right now. It actually changes later in the movie. I'm going to let you see that part. I wish they would have let him establish a relationship a little bit longer, because it's like he discovered Ernest, and then, a few scenes later, everybody else in the family, his father and brother discover it. I just wish they kind of had like a little tighter bond, a little longer time to get used to each other before being discovered. But maybe the movie would have been too long. So next door there's this girl who's of Asian descent. They really wanted to make that be known in the movie, because when they first met at school, she was marking some graffiti, some racist graffiti about her being Asian. But anyway, she's kind of like Kevin in the sense where doesn't really fit into the family. Her father has these high expectations. He wants her to do this, that, and the third, and she's kind of like rebellious. So they end up teaming up in the movie, and of course become love interests, because you know how it goes, boy meets girl. They either are opposites attract or totally the same, which in this case they're totally the same as far as being outcasts. I will start off I will be honest, when I was watching this movie, I kind of thought it was kind of corny a little bit, probably up until, it was corny to me for a while, but it is a real tearjerker, because while I was watching this, I was like, man, I really want to find out Ernest's past. Like, why is he stuck in this house? His family, will he figure that out? And he did. And it was sad. And I was looking over, some tweets on Twitter, and a lot of people kind of saying the same thing. Like, man, I started out thinking it was kind of corny, and then, I was crying a little bit, the tears running and everything. So it definitely evened itself out. I will say this is a black family, right? There were times, multiple times in the movie where the kids were just straight up cussing in front of their parents. Now, look, okay, this is on the internet, so I will say this because people love to do this. I understand not all black kids don't curse in front of their parents. I'm just saying the majority of us do not, especially being children. Because they were just casually, well, F that, Dad. And I'm like, you're not going to handle that? That's not going to fly in real life in most cases. I know y'all are going to hit me with that. Well, not every, I know. This is the internet. You got to break things down. People can't read between lines anymore. That's something I have come to figure out. So, acting wise, like I said, I'm a fan of Anthony Mackie. I really wish he would get his flowers, man. Dude's been in the game. I believe Sucker Free City was his first movie. If you haven't heard of that, it's by Spike Lee. And it takes place in San Francisco. And so it's him. There's three characters. It's him, this Asian guy, and a white guy. And they're kind of showing, like, you know how Spike Lee is. He does a lot of like socially type movies, social justice type stuff. So that's what that was. But yeah, man, as far as acting goes, I liked him. I liked the boy who played Kevin, the guy who played Hopper. The wife kind of was aggy to me, her acting. The son was okay. I looked up his brother, Kevin's brother. I looked him up and saw that he was on the show This Is Us. I tried to watch This Is Us a while ago and just couldn't get into it, but I heard it's a real good show, real good tearjerker, so I could probably find it on Hulu and watch it and everything. But yeah, I definitely, I like seeing more black film and horror. I guess this would be considered probably more comedy than horror. Comedy, horror, drama-ish. I would put it in that order. Comedy, horror, drama-ish. That's how the movie played out. But yeah, I really like to see black people be the main focus of horror films. I'd like to see black people in horror films where there's not like a race issue, like, with the friend being Asian and her having issues with school. Like, I just want to see black, white, Asian, whoever. I just want to see a good film without like social issues, especially if it doesn't have anything to do with it. Like Get Out, that was the sole purpose of the movie. But in this one, it didn't have anything to do with that. You see what I'm saying? But I do understand that, art imitates life, just like life imitates art. And so since we are in a very racial climate right now, you're going to see that in TV. You're going to see that in the movies. I know a lot of people have pretty much taken the term woke and turned it into like something to mean like radical left people or something. But anyway, like I said, that's the climate we're in right now. So you're going to see that in movies or TV shows. So, it's just something I just get used to. I like to see a story for what it is, the film. But yes, still number one. And I am definitely going to start getting back into Netflix. I had let Netflix go for a while and I was watching other streaming services. But I love making these videos for you guys, man. Please feel free to drop down in the comments if you have seen We Have Got a Ghost on Netflix. Let me know what you think about it. Do you agree it was a little corny-ish in the beginning, but it went through? I will say this. One of the reasons why I probably think it was corny is because it was black people, and I'm not used to black people, like I said, cussing at their parents. That kind of threw me. I'm not really a fan of kids cussing in front of their parents, period. Maybe I'm old-fashioned in that. I don't know. But yes, overall it was a good movie. Like I said, I loved finding Ernest's story. And you do find out what happened to Ernest. And I suspected that how he ended up dead, I suspected it was some, not malpractice, that's not the right word, that's the term you use for like doctors. But I figured there was a motive, some kind of ill intent with how he died. And it was. And everything comes full circle in the movie. And it's a really good, I think it's a good family film. If your kids are a little older, like I said, there is cussing in it. I don't know what the rating is, maybe PG or something. But yeah. So anyways, check that out, man. I am so excited. There's a lot of new shows coming out, TV, movies. You're going to see a lot more videos from me coming up here in the next few days, definitely for the rest of the summer. All right, subscribe. And my 28 subscribers, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. Y'all are so special. I love y'all to death. And as always, everyone, peace and blessings.